today is. My bad. You already know what today is. You already know what time it is. This your boy Manny.
Your boy Sean.
And we back at it. Have one happy Monday to all of y'all guys. Like I said before, we thank all for y'all that comes on each and every day. Uh, tuning in, always watching our show, and always building each and every day. We appreciate that. We do not take that for granted. Um, you know, like I said, but we got to talk about football. Football has literally has been the topic um, um, from now until I guess football season's over. But you know what I mean. But let's continue diving more in the NFL. Um, the topics for today. One of the topics we're going to discuss is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, his comments before training camp, and was saying that he was manifesting that the Dallas Cowboys will get to the Super Bowl, if not this year or next year. Um, now, now this ain't the my bad. This ain't the first time that he said that. He's been saying that for time and time again throughout the previous of his career. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new. Um, but as he keeps saying this, Sean, you know what I mean? He keeps saying this on a constant, and he's always coming short. Um, w- do you view him as like, okay, now this is year 11, he has to go out there and prove it? You know what I'm saying? Like instead of like this is a must you know, him show what he's capable of or show what he got to do, in order to win or get to the Super Bowl or what he's been saying for the past 11 years. What do you think is in this up and coming season? What is at stake or what is at stake for Dak Prescott as he's entering year 11 in his career?
Um, I don't really think there's nothing at stake for him. I feel like he's in the same position that he's always been in. I mean, like you said, he's been saying that he's going to win the Super Bowl basically every year. If something was at stake at this point, he would have never got paid all these contracts. But he keeps getting paid and he keeps getting paid. So I mean, as long as he puts up the dream and helps Jerry Jones dream about getting to the Super Bowl, I think he'll be good because the Cowboys always have a good season. They just are bad in the postseason. So I think as long as if Dak has a bad regular season and they don't make it to the playoffs, then I think that's when you start talking about what's at stake for Dak. But as far as winning a championship, we know he's not winning a championship. We know the Cowboys not winning. So I don't know what's at stake, but I will say that this is probably their best team so far as offensively and defensively. I feel like they're kind of built on both sides this year. So I think I do expect for them to at least compete for the division, and they should have a good record this year. Um, Dak has been balling out. I mean, at least recently he's been balling out. Last year he had good numbers. I expect him to have good numbers this year again, especially with having CD come back from injury and George Pickens emerging last season. So I expect for them to keep going keep going in the right direction. So yeah, I don't think it's nothing at stake, but I also don't expect for the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl.
Do you feel like that they ever do you feel like that they will ever win a Super Bowl under the Dak Prescott era?
Um, if I'm not mistaken, Dak is like 30 something, like 32,
Yeah.
33.
Uh,
Um, no. Yeah, I feel like the Dak era had had its ups and downs. So many players have left that the era of Dak from Des Bryant to Ezekiel Elliott.
Yo,
Um,
Greg, what's up? My bad,
Bro
Greg.
said this Jesus for
I'm crying.
But yeah, bro, it's so many players that's been coming through CD Lamb. It's not gonna happen in the Dak era. I mean, it's not. I've even seen a post saying that they want a reliable backup, and one of the quarterbacks they was targeting is Michael Penix Jr. from the Falcons. So it's like if you're trying to get a quarterback like that to back up Dak, how confident are you that Dak is going to be there for you know the far
Yeah,
future? I mean, he doesn't have that many years left. So
I understand what you're saying. I agree with you saying. Yeah, I kind of agree with you about the whole part of him, not winning no championship because Dak. I'm gonna tell you this right now, as we sit on camera. No matter what you're saying, no matter how you feel, you're not winning anything. It's over for you, brother. So I don't know why you're going and really, saying all this stuff. Maybe you just talking this to be talking. But um, I know I said this earlier. Well, no, not earlier, but I know I said this um, a couple weeks ago in one of the short videos that Dak Prescott is not a bad quarterback. You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna give Dak Prescott um when he plays great. He plays the numbers always be up. The numbers always be sky high. I explained to everybody that Dak is going to be one of the greatest Cowboys of all time. Not only that, I do believe that he will be a Hall of Famer judging by his stats. But the only thing that's going to hinder him is what he has done. He has not done anything. He has not even took his team to the NFC Championship game in 10 years straight since he's been a quarterback. He's 33 years old. He just turned 33 in July 29th. So literally a couple of days ago. Um, but I mean, it's like the good news is like he doesn't show any slippage. I mean, last year he had a great season. He had a good season. Passing record was definitely phenomenal. Was great. When it comes to the numbers, he definitely hit it. It's just he can't get it done. I don't know. And you know, we hear the same thing about that, and time again about, oh yeah, he's a great quarterback. Why can't he perform like that in the playoffs? Why he can't do this? Why he can't do that? And it's came to the conclusion that he is capable of being a good quarterback. He just can't produce it in the playoffs when the pressure comes, when the expectation is the highest. Well, it's always shown when Dak Prescott has expectations on him, that's when he falls short. You know what I mean? And so, to me, I feel like that this is nothing. This is always lip service. It's the same thing that he been saying for the past 10 years, and nothing happened. Now, do I believe that he got one of the great, good, good team assembled around him? Yes, but at the same time, he had the same group during his 10-year tender. You know what I mean? He had a squad during the time, every single time, not every single time, but a nice period of time when he was a Dallas Cowboy. He had a nice group of guys that he was able to compete for a championship and didn't get it done. And so, you're gonna look at the Cowboys and you're gonna look at Dak Prescott and saying, okay, you know, Dak was great, was good at the season, but what he was doing with the playoffs when it matters, nothing. You know what I mean? And so, um, it's just crazy. And the fact of the matter is,
so
it's
what's up?
also
What's up?
what's going on. How you? Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So it's like, and then on top of all that, as far as I know, he is the highest paid quarterback right now. Correct?
I don't know if that's a fact or not.
Well, I know he's one of the highest. He
Yeah, I
has to
see.
be the top three.
Let
There's
me
no
hold on.
reason why you. Yeah. my thing is it's kind of crazy and it's kind of ridiculous that you one of the highest paid quarterbacks getting paid $60 million and been there for 10 years, ain't doing nothing to uh state that claim or state that that money or back up that money that you are that guy. So I don't know, man. It's just I think Dak is just there just to be there. I don't think that he be serious and stuff like that when you talk about Super Bowls and all that type of stuff. It's just sad that Dak has a lot of talent and it's basically came to a waste a little bit if you really think about it. Um, because Dak is gonna look back and say, "Man, I should have went to a championship or went to a Super Bowl." You know what I mean? How different my career would have been if that was the case. And it's crazy because he has the talent to take his team to the championship. He has the talent to. He just somehow, some way can't get it done, and so it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, well, me and you definitely got different stances on if he's going to the Hall of Fame or not. Because I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. But as far as him in the postseason, he doesn't perform. I mean, I will say that sometimes other players on that offense don't perform either. That's not just always him. So a lot of the pressure do get put on him, but it's not only him that doesn't perform in the playoffs. I will say that.
10 years, 10 years,
Yes,
brother.
yes, 10 years is not just him though.
Ten
Same,
years. If you
I
can't
see the same
succeed,
thing
that's a
about a lot of
problem.
players. You said what?
I said 10 years, and you can't succeed. That's a problem.
It is. But there's a lot of players who don't succeed.
I understand that, but they're not the highest, one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL history.
It is. It's a lot of like I said, it's a lot of them. Josh Allen hasn't succeeded. He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL history.
But he don't really have a squad.
He do. You can Dak. I feel like the Cowboys defense hasn't always been good throughout the whole 10 years. I think they've always had a good offense. I don't think they've always had a good defense though, in my opinion.
I think they have good defense from time to time. Yeah, I
Yes,
agree with you on that. I don't think it was like the whole 10 year tender that he was there. I don't think that the defense was always good, solid, and everything. I think it was like from time to time, it had good defense, but you know, I'm crying. But the thing about it, Josh Allen got to have no defense. Can you say that Dak Prescott that's no, that the Dallas Cowboys defense is way better than the Bills defense? Can you say that the Dallas Cowboys defense is way better than the Ravens defense?
I would say
Yes.
it's a lot of quarter. I mean, even Jordan Love is top five paid quarterbacks right now. What has he done?
Nothing.
Exactly. Trevor Lawrence, number six. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of people who everybody gets paid. No matter what position it is, every position is gonna get paid. So I ain't gonna hold the money part against him. That's on
No,
Jerry Jones.
I ain't gonna hold the money for. I'm just saying that the perform the work doesn't back up the money. That's all I'm saying.
But that's on Jerry Jones, brother.
Well, yeah.
Because like you said, the work has never matched up. But Jerry
His
Jones
money.
continued to pay. But again, like you said that you believe that he's the greatest quarterback in Dallas Cowboy history and that he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. So technically speaking, it does match. You can
I
say it
mean,
hasn't
well,
started in championships because it hasn't, but his work has matched. If that's your viewing on Dak Prescott, that has the contract matches.
if you talking about like contract matches that like with the work, then okay, all right, cool. But if you talking about like the contract that matches that what a quarterback's supposed to do is win and take them to a championship and stuff like that to the Super Bowl, then no, you feel what I mean? And so I mean, you look at the numbers, man, that he had. I mean, for the past 2 years, numbers has been crazy. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yeah, I do believe that he's gonna wind up being one of the greatest Cowboys of all time. He's gonna be up there with the Tony Romo, with the true Troy Aikman and all them other guys. I do believe he's going to have that Hall of Fame, Ring of Hall of Fame, Ring of Honor, something like that. His name gonna be in that stadium, and I do believe one day he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I do believe that. Um, but you know what I mean. But no stuff like no backup stuff to show for it, like no salt, like no hardware, no. Heck, you couldn't even take your team to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. So it's bad. I don't know. It doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't. But I'm just saying, if you can't say he ain't live up to his contract if you saying he a Hall of Famer. That don't it don't make sense, brother.
He probably lived up to the Dallas Cowboy fans or probably Cowboys in the nation. He ain't live up to uh what a quarterback should be doing,
But why
like
are you
winning,
putting
like
that
winning
quarterback?
compete for championships.
But a championship is a team award, not a quarterback award.
Yeah, but every time he go down there, he only been there for two. He only won two playoff games.
I understand that, but you said he didn't lead them to a championship. Like, but it takes a whole team to lead, not just him.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying the facts, brother. It's not just Dak Prescott. As much as people say people say the Cowboys fooled in the playoffs. They don't just say Dak Prescott fools in the playoffs. It's not like Dak is the reason they always losing. It's the whole team. The whole Cowboys team underperforms in the playoffs.
So,
They
so let me
coach
ask you
them.
a question. So if Dak left Dallas, do you think he'll win
Yeah,
somewhere else?
yeah.
Why?
I mean, you just said he's a Hall of Famer.
Man, but you
It,
don't believe
it,
that.
it's, it's,
But
it's,
you
I
don't believe that.
I don't believe that, but I think Dak is a great quarterback though.
You think he's good enough to take the team to deep in the playoffs? Heck, he may have been a championship.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this year you'll get to really see that. I think this is one of his best teams. I told you, I don't. Me personally, I don't really believe that the Cowboys really had like a great defense over his 10-year tenure. It's probably only a couple years where I could be like, yeah, the Cowboys had a nice defense, and most of that happened when Michael was there. But now, with all the pieces they got now, I feel like they can actually do something with that defense.
I feel you on that. I mean, uh, yeah, I mean that's kind of like what I feel like too. I feel like that. I feel like if Dak went somewhere else, um he would thrive better somewhere else. I think I said it all. I said it like last year. I said I feel like that Dak needs a new change of scenery. That's what I
Yeah,
feel about.
yeah, Greg. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer either. Me and Manny be putting a lot of people in the Hall of Fame. Man, Manny gives
I
out gold
said
jackets.
stat wise, brother. I said stat wise, brother.
And yeah, I'm just saying, brother. You be putting everybody in the Hall of Fame.
Now, I'm gonna put everybody in the Hall of Fame. I mean, to be honest with you, Dak does deserve it. You know what I mean? I don't like saying it, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? When you look at the numbers and the numbers that that he puts up, that's Hall of Fame numbers.
I don't know, about that one, brother. I think you need more than just stats.
I mean, I do. Yeah, I mean, I believe that as well. But I'm saying if you're going stat, just going stat wise, he fits the bill.
Yeah, but he only has 4 Pro Bowls and 1 All Pro.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. Like the accomplishments not is not there, but still, you know, when you talking about him having the best you know stats and quarterback one of the quarterbacks, that's an elite right there. That's great. That's great Hall of Fame numbers. McNabb finished off with 37,276 passing yards in his whole entire career, right? With 234 passing touchdowns and 717 receptions. This was Donovan McNabb, because Greg's talking about Donovan McNabb, all right? Uh, Dak Prescott, so we got
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this because Dak Prescott is not even top 20 in passing yards.
you talking about history?
Yeah,
Where is that? Where you rank?
I don't know, but this list is the top 20. He's not even top 20. Russell Wilson has more yards than Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott, total career passing yards. He has 35,969 passing yards.
Yeah,
He
35,000.
played 35,000, 35,989 passing yards. Total games 139 games played. Completions 3,184 completions. Out of 4,759 attempts. So that his completion rate is 66.9. Uh, his touchdowns, he has 243 touchdowns. I mean, interceptions is kind of bad. He got 90, 93, 92. but but
Yeah, his numbers, bro. He's not going to the Hall of Fame, bro. But
his
he's
numbers
number
is high,
32.
bro.
He's 32 all time, bro. He only has 1,000 more passing yards than Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Ryan Fitzpatrick is not going in the Hall of Fame. Numbers don't mean,
He's gonna get more than that. He's
but
still
it don't
playing. That's
matter
what
though.
I'm saying.
But my
He's
whole
still
thing,
playing.
Ryan Fitzpatrick has 34,000 yards, and he was a backup for a lot of the time. Numbers don't matter.
It does matter.
Not when you don't got the accomplishments to go with it. It don't.
Well, you tell that to uh them other people that's in the Hall of Fame that don't got no ring.
Who? Who?
You don't know who people that's in the Hall of Fame that got no ring?
Because I want you to tell me who that compares to Dak Prescott.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm saying the people that has the stats, but don't have the ring to back it up. That's what I'm
They probably
saying.
have accomplishments though.
Compliments of what?
Of anything. All pros, Pro Bowls, 4 Pro Bowls is nothing.
That's still more.
It's not nothing. It's not, and Pro Bowl is not even really an accomplishment. He has 1 All Pro. Not no MVP, not a Offensive Player of the Year.
Julio Jones never won a championship. He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame.
Julio Jones is way better, had a way better career than Dak Prescott.
But I'm talking about stat wise. Yeah, this guy, what
Exactly.
you call it,
Dak stat was, yes.
stat wise. You know what I mean?
Yes. Stat was. I guarantee you, Julio Jones is probably up there though. Dak Prescott's not up there.
He should be.
Big is he like Dak
Should
Prescott is
be.
top 10 in passing yards.
I ain't saying he top 10, but he broke Tony Romo's record. He's alone with Cowboys history. You know what I mean? He's gonna go down as one of the best. You know what I mean? Love it or hate it, it's gonna happen.
No, he's not gonna go down as one of the best.
I said in Cowboys
That
history. In Cowboys history. In Cowboys history. That's what I said. In Cowboys history.
well, he's not gonna go down as the best,
One of the best.
not the best. If you're not the best one ever, then how you gonna be on the Hall of Fame? Because he'll never be better than Troy Aikman.
I ain't say that.
All right,
I
I'm
ain't say
glad you
that.
know. I'm glad you
I,
know.
I,
Do you know how many stars played for the Cowboys?
a lot.
Dak Prescott will not be top five.
I don't think he's gonna be top five, but he's gonna make that star. He's gonna be one of them. I
What
guarantee you.
star? What star?
He's going to be one of the best to ever played as a Dallas Cowboy. It's
You
going
you
to
keep
happen.
throwing that out there. No, he won't. How can you be the one of the best to ever
I'm
play if
not
you're not
saying
one of the if you're not the best at your position? How can you be the one of the best?
he's better than Tony Romo.
Yes, Tony Romo was not one of the best to ever play for the Cowboys.
I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's argument. That's a debatable. I do believe that he's one of the best.
If you're not the
That played Dallas. I ain't gonna lie.
if you're
That's
not the
my
best at
opinion.
your
But
position, if you're not the best at your position for a franchise, you cannot say you're one of the best ever.
he's shown it by his numbers.
He's
He's
not better
shown
than
it
Troy
by his
Aikman.
numbers.
No quarterback has been better than Troy Aikman. You keep talking numbers. Ain't no quarterback been better than Troy Aikman.
I ain't
That's
say
a
he
fact.
was. I ain't say he was better than Troy Aikman or anything like that. I'm not picking Dak over Troy Aikman. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that what he has done for 10 years straight. In the regular season, I mean the postseason don't count, but the regular season he shows out. He be having those type of MVP type numbers. Like last
Hey,
year, they was talking about he was in the conversation.
now, see the thing is, if you would have been like he'll be a great cowboy. He'll retire as a great cowboy, as a great career for the Cowboys. I'd be cool with that. But when you say things like he's gonna be one of the best of all time in Cowboys history, that's where it's a problem because it's not a true.
It's
It's
gonna
not a fact.
happen.
That's not a fact.
Well,
How
it might
you
not
can't
be
be
a
the
fact for
best.
you, but it's a fact. Period.
No, it's not a fact at all. You can't be the best if you're not the best at your position. If you're not the best, retiring the best at your position, how can you be the one of the best in Cowboys history?
Well, tell Jerry Jones that.
No, I know you tell. I'm telling Manny Fresh. That's what I'm telling. I don't need to tell Jerry Jones. I'm telling Manny Fresh. If he's nowhere near Troy Aikman, how is he going to be one of the best Cowboys of all time?
He's gonna go down as one of the best quarterbacks they ever played
And, and
in Dallas Cowboy uniform. It's the truth. Like it's the truth.
it's not. It ain't the truth, brother. So
I'm
wait,
not saying he was the best. He's gonna go as one of the
I,
best. He's gonna go as one of.
I mean,
I'm not saying
my
he's
man
GOAT.
Greg said top what? Yeah, put a number on it.
Put a number on it.
Put a number top what? In
What in
NFL
Dallas?
and Cowboy history, what top what? Top 10, top 20?
Top 10.
Yeah, all right. You done lost your mind.
Top 10 or top 15.
You done lost your mind. Like I said, you don't know how many players have played for the Dallas Cowboys. You do realize the Dallas Cowboys is one of the first teams to be created, right?
Yeah.
Okay, brother. That's see, that's what I be talking about. You start seeing crazy takes like this.
No, it's not crazy take. It's real take. I mean, and he's still playing at a high level. He's still playing at a high. This is year 11. That's what
He
I'm telling
started.
you, bro. When it goes down, I'm telling you, when it goes down in history, because what he got like, what about like three, like probably like 3 more years left in him, or 3 or 4, and he has shown no signs of him stopping playing at this type of performance. It's the
Yo,
truth.
how
It's
is he
the
gonna be
fact.
top
I mean,
15? No, no, no. This is the facts, brother. You just say he's gonna be top 15, but then you
all
also
I'm
just said that
saying
he's
is,
gonna. No, no, no. You say he's gonna be top 15 in Cowboy history, but then you say he's not living up to his
look,
contract. You say he's not living up
I
to his
said not
contract, and
the
yeah, 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 exactly. You say he's not living up to his
hold
contract,
up.
brother. And
Hold up.
then no,
See?
no, brother.
No,
And then
hold
you
on. No,
and
you
then you
switching stuff
said,
up. No, you
no,
drawing.
brother.
No, you
No,
drawing.
brother.
I said he's not switch. I said not living up to the contract. I'm not. I said he's not living up to the contract of him supposed to be that franchise quarterback to take him to a championship.
Exactly. So if
Hey,
he
what's
can't
up?
take
What's
his team to a
going on?
championship,
Brandon Jones, what's
if he,
happening?
if he can't take if he can't take his team to a championship, how is he top 15?
Bro, no, bro. You can't even make
Yes,
that
yes,
on.
bro.
You can't even make that argument. You can't even make that
I
argument.
get it.
You can't even make that argument. No, bro. Nah, bro.
Brother, because you need to do your research on who played for the Cowboys. Yo,
No,
Brandon, what's up?
you need to look at these numbers of that Prescott and say, oh, this boy is putting some serious numbers.
Brother, yeah, brother, you done made a crazy take that is
I'm
not
not.
taken, brother.
Hey, look
Hey,
here. You can call it crazy. You can call it delusional. But I'm telling you how this is gonna be. He gonna go down.
no,
He
no,
gonna go
it's
down.
not. It's not how it's going to be. Not top
He's gonna
15.
go down as one of the. He's gonna go down as one of the best to be a cowboy. It's the truth.
He's going to be
It's
top
the
100.
truth.
He'll be top 100 in NFL and Cowboys history. Not no top 15. You done lost your mind.
Nah,
You done lost your
I don't
mind.
think so, bro. I don't think so, bro. I
You
don't think so,
you done
bro.
lost your mind.
And
If you think
he's
that,
still playing, bro.
so you telling me that stats are over championships?
I mean, I'm not saying that, but I mean,
I'm,
the
I'm no,
NFL.
because
I'm not saying
it,
that, but the NFL
okay,
approves it that stats is over championships. The NFL, not me. The NFL.
since when?
Since
I,
what?
I, want, I want you to give me. I need facts because you throw a lot of unproven statements out. Who has stats that made it to the NFL and the NFL is proven that only stats matter?
You should have made it to the NFL.
Who made it to the his and the who's one of the best only team in NFL or team history without a championship?
Oh, 2010 Eagles.
I said a player. I
Sean Jackson.
said Deshaun Jackson. Is Deshaun Jackson in the Hall of Fame?
No, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
It's,
Should he? Yes.
Deshaun Jackson. No, and Deshaun Jackson is not the best player, best receiver to come through the Eagles.
He's not.
So
I agree with you on that. He's not. But he's one
he's not.
of. But he's one
He's
of.
not top 15. He's not top 15 in Eagles history either.
Okay, cool. I give you that. But he's one of the best wide receivers. One of the best.
Yeah, you can say he's one of the best. But I'm saying he's not one of the best in Eagles history though. He's top 100 in Eagles history, but he's not top 15, top 20.
Boy, he crazy. You're crazy, man. You think that Sean Jackson ain't one of the best in Eagles history? I mean, I know
I
it's
say he
Mike
is.
Quick and all them other guys, but
I
you
say
gotta
he.
put
I
the
say he
Sean.
is one of the best, but
No,
he's not
you
top
said
15. I know.
you
I
said
said
he's
he's
top
not top
100.
15. Yes, yes, top
No,
100. You know how many players played in the in the NFL? Do you know how many players have played for the Eagles?
yeah, but I mean, no. One can argue that the top what 15 or whatever the case may be, Deshaun Jackson is better than him.
How many years have Deshaun Jackson played for the Eagles? Because if Deshaun Jackson played his whole career with the Eagles, then you would have an argument. He didn't play his whole career with the Eagles.
Yeah, played with the Eagles with 7 years, right?
6, 7 years.
6, 7 years. Yeah.
You know how many people is gonna
So you think
be do
T.O. is
more
better than Deshaun Jackson?
when you talk about Eagles all time? Yes. When you talk about the all time, T.O. is over
How about
Deshaun
AJ
Jackson.
Brown?
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yes. I think
Who you rank AJ
Deshaun
Brown?
Jackson is one. Huh?
Who you rank AJ Brown?
The where do I rank AJ Brown?
Yeah.
AJ Brown as far as receivers.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think because AJ Brown is not top 15 of Eagles history either. So, but you want to in terms of receivers, um, top 10. He top 10. I ain't gonna say top five because I gotta actually think about top five. I probably give him top eight. I put Deshaun Jackson top eight too though.
You said top
But
eight?
you gotta also, yeah,
You said I was going to also what? Go ahead, say it again.
I would say I also you gotta also consider that three of AJ Brown years he didn't get the ball. So all his numbers is up there with everybody without him getting the ball for like 3 years.
So you gonna put Jeremy Macklin over Deshaun
Over
Jackson?
Deshaun Jackson? No.
I was about to say, all right, show over. I
Yeah,
was about to
no.
say,
I
bro,
think I
no
think
cap. Like,
I think Deshaun Jackson is still one of the top guys. I would probably put him at five. I probably put him at five.
all right. Absolutely, Harold was definitely tough back in the day.
Yeah. See, and the thing is, I'm a Deshaun Jackson fan, brother. That's my favorite player.
McDonald was tough back in the day too. Mike Quick, all them other guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All you got the clear, obvious Mike Quick, Harold Carmichael, T.O. And then I think AJ for what AJ did in a little bit of time, you gotta give it to him. And AJ has the rings because rings matter. The same reason why you would put Jalen Hurts above a lot of people in Eagles history because number stat wise, Jalen is not over McNabb, probably not over a lot of quarterbacks. But the championships
Oh no,
matter.
McNabb. Oh no. McNabb is over Jalen when it comes to stats.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But you would
Oh,
put
oh, I
in
think you
history,
did.
you put Jalen over, right? You would put Jalen over McNabb in history, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like stats don't always matter. If you don't have the accomplishments, the match his stats, sometimes it don't matter. Now we were just doing Eagles.
Yeah, we was just doing the Eagles. Yeah, just doing the Eagles. Westbrook, I'm crying. No, but yeah, though, like, okay, I feel what you're saying though, but I still Dak gonna be a Hall of Famer. No cap. I'm just standing at 10 toes with that. I'm just standing at 10 toes with that. You can I agree to disagree, but you know what I mean. That's all right. That's what
Yeah,
this
we
show for. You know what I
yeah we got
mean?
this.
That's all right. That's all
I
right.
gotta disagree.
That's all right. That's all right. We ain't gonna agree to everything. It's cool, but you know what I mean. But that's just how I feel. You got your point of view. I got mine. It's all right. But let us know how you feel about Dak Prescott and his expectations and what you have the expectation for the Cowboys to do. But now since they have this type of group, uh, that a good amount of good talent, let us know what you feel about Dak Prescott. Um, that being said, we're gonna move on to the next topic and of today. And the next topic today is that Joe Burrow. Um, I know Joe Burrow this past training camp has definitely been balling this training camp. He came off injury last year. Um, yeah, he came off injury last year. Um, and then when he came back from the injury, he was playing. He was playing pretty solid. But in your opinion, bro, um, what is at stake for Joe Burrow? And do you still consider him as a top five quarterback, or a Super Bowl caliber player? It's kind of like a two
Yeah,
part
I
question there.
do. I do think he's a top five quarterback, and I think he is a Super Bowl caliber player. I mean,
Okay.
when Joe Burrow is healthy, there's no denying what Joe Burrow can do. Joe Burrow has been unlucky with injuries and having a bad defense, but without injuries, you see that Joe Burrow can go into a shootout with any quarterback in the league. There's no quarterback that I don't think that he can score with. So a healthy. I think this year Joe Burrow is going to be healthy, and I think Joe Burrow has vengeance on his mind. So when you say things for like, what's at stake for Joe Burrow, I don't really think it's nothing at stake for Joe Burrow. I think it's more so what's at stake for the Bengals because there's been times where they people said that Joe Burrow didn't want to be with the Bengals, that he might want to go to another team.
Right.
So if Joe Burrow don't want to stay with the Bengals are done. Because if if Joe Burrow leaves, Jamar Chase is leaving. If Jamar Chase leaves, T. Higgins is leaving. That team is over.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I think he's still top five. I think when it comes down to it, he's gonna show it. And no, it's not a lot of quarterbacks that can outscore him.
Yeah, you definitely got a valid point there. I do. I think that Joe Burrow is still a top five quarterback. Absolutely. I think when healthy, he is a force to be reckoned with. I think the only thing that the problem with Cincinnati is that if he had a real true defense on the other side of the football, then I'm not even gonna lie to you, and he was healthy, he probably would have had two trips to the Super Bowl by now, or probably three, to be honest with you. I think that's all, dealing with the higher ups and them not really doing what it needs the not doing the necessary pieces to make a defense or that team better so he can succeed at a high level. I know that when he was at First Take last year, and not last year, but the year before last, in the Super Bowl, and he was expressing how much that that he has to like do a whole lot. He feels like that every single snap he has to. He feels like that every snap that he has to do, it has to be perfect. I think, in my opinion, the Bengals, I think they definitely put Joe Burrow in a bad situation, in a bad tough spot. And I mean, they kind of improved by getting the- Dexter Lawrence, but I feel like that they should have put more stock and more investment inside the defense. Made more moves, made more stuff, made more um, pieces to go around, so Joe Burrow can have a fighting chance, which turns out to be a stacked AFC division. You feel what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
you know, yeah, and when he said that, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. You got to put your quarterback in that type of position. Um, what's at stake for Burrow? I feel like Burrow don't have nothing to lose, but I do feel like that Cincinnati has something to lose because I know that his contract is going to be ending there after this season. And there's been some talks about how the Cincinnati higher ups is kind of skeptical of giving him another long contract deal uh, because of his injury history and everything like that. They don't know that he can be that guy, I guess, to get him over the hump. And if those reports are actually true, it's going to be a disaster in the off season. They're going to be losing a generational talent. Uh, First of all, I think this is all Cincinnati fault. I think it's the higher ups fault for not putting Joe Burrow in a position to win, for not putting Joe Burrow in a situation to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Um, that is supposed to be the Cincinnati Bengals job. That's what the general managers and the higher up type guys that does interact, grab players and all that. That's their job to do that. And the fact that they haven't been doing that since Joe Burrow arrived is definitely a disgrace, and it's terrible. And I think the injury definitely make him have the question mark for everybody. Like, all right, when he's healthy, he can be a top five quarterback. I don't like that. That's like when people view Joe Burrow, but that's just how it is. Uh, I do believe that Joe Burrow needs to go to a different team if he doesn't get his money, or not to mention not to get his money, or if the Cincinnati Bengals can't invest more in the defense so he can compete with this AFC. In my opinion, I think he should have left 2 years ago. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Um, because Cincinnati was showing no signs or anything like that to help them in any way. He was saying in an interview that he kept asking GMs he need help on this and that. He has not get done. He literally just got help with Dexter Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. It did also make me question if they actually listening to Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? If they literally listening to him, if they really listen to their franchise quarterback because Joe Burrow is telling you what he wants and what he needs, and it's taking 50 years for y'all to get it done. Joe Burrow is how old is Joe Burrow? Hold up.
Yeah, why you doing that? Greg asked how I felt about people saying that he's only good because of his receivers. I hate that. I hate that.
I don't think
Saying
that either.
because no quarterback can do it.
I don't think that.
No quarterback can do it by himself. Number two, Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl with just Jamar Chase in his rookie season.
Right.
So T Higgins wasn't even there yet. So yeah, he does have help because he has Jamar Chase and T Higgins, but I don't think he's only good because of them. I mean, you seen how good he was. I mean, it's hard to say talk about Joe Burrow even in college because in college he had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, but he made both receivers great at that school. Both receivers put up numbers, and both receivers went in the first round. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like Joe Burrow makes receivers better, in my opinion. I don't think the receivers make him better. I
I
think he
believe
makes
that.
them better because even when you see when Joe Burrow's not playing, I mean Joe Flacco was putting up numbers for a certain extent, but that's Joe Flacco. Every quarterback that played in place of Joe Burrow didn't put up numbers.
I
But
mean,
go ahead,
well,
my fault, brother.
no, that's all right. No, that's all right. No, go ahead. Take your point across. I mean, well, if people say that they feel like that Jamar Chase and T Higgins makes Joe Burrow better, um, I believe that completely falls too. Because if you're going to make that argument, then you might as well say that the core that Matthew Stafford has, the only reason why Matthew Stafford, is an elite passer or whatever the case may be, or a good quarterback because the team he has around symbol around him. You can make that argument. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with Jalen Hurts. Oh yeah, the only reason why Jalen Hurts is better is they looking good because he had Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goddard, AJ Brown, all them other guys. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that comment right there is not strong. Not strong. I feel like it's weak because you need help. You need stars to succeed. Now, I feel like that if you have stars and you're a quarterback and you can't succeed, then that's on you. That's on you. That's on the quarterback. You know what I mean? But if you're a quarterback and you got stars and y'all all starring. Y'all all shining. You feel what I'm saying? If you're making the plays and you're doing what you need to be doing, then yeah, you're gonna be looking at that. But I mean, Joe Burrow right now, I looked at his age. He's 29 years old. 29 years old. He's about to turn 30 in December. Like time is ticking. Time is ticking. And I'm keeping it real with you. Um, you know, I think that if they don't do him, they don't do him right by the off season, he's gonna leave Cincinnati. Time is ticking because
Yeah.
the time is ticking. The time is ticking, and guess who's gonna be right beside him?
Ooh.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Cincinnati, I feel like that Cincinnati has a lot at stake than Joe Burrow. Because I think regardless whether Joe Burrow, because I think he's gonna have a great season this year. Same thing. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think Joe Burrow gonna snap this year, no cap. But no doubt about it. But I think it's more Cincinnati having a lot more risk than Joe Burrow. You know.
Mm. Yeah, I can see that.
And I ain't gonna lie, in my opinion, I feel like he should leave.
You
He
think
should
that?
leave.
See, only thing is if he leave, I don't know where he should go because before I would have just said the Vikings so he can reunite with Justin Jefferson because I feel like that's
Hmm.
one of the things he want to do. But if Kyler Murray goes off, and I believe Kyler Murray will get that contract extension.
Well,
So
I mean, yeah, but say if Joe Burrow doesn't resign with the Bengals, and there's an opportunity there. If the Minnesota Vikings sees an opportunity to get Joe Burrow, oh trust me, they're gonna drop Kyle Murray in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I believe that. Kyle Murray ain't no Joe Burrow.
mm,
You know what I
it would
mean?
be good too. I mean, either way, I think not Justin Jefferson. I think Jamar Chase
Yeah, but
probably will go.
yeah, you gotta come to the NFC. Man, you got enough to already deal with. God, Lee, you gotta deal with Joe Burrow. God. And what'd you say though?
Mm. And I said wherever he go, I do think he would have a great chance in bringing Jamar Chase with him.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think. Well, if he does leave, what do you think it'd be like a suitable destination for him?
Suitable.
If he bring Chase with him. Let's just say if he bring Chase with him.
I mean, if he want to stay, if we stay in the division, I think a team that's in that division that is going to need a quarterback is the Steelers. I mean, you got DK, you got Michael Pittman. They don't got no quarterback really, so could stay in the division and go over there, and they got a great defense.
I can see that.
So
I
I
mean, well,
like
I can't see that,
I
but
do like
that'd be nice.
yeah, yeah. So Steelers would be a nice one. AFC was trying to think trying to think of teams that need quarterbacks that actually can compete. Hmm.
In the AFC, right? Um,
Right. Anywhere in any what teams need a quarterback that can actually compete, not just teams that need quarterbacks. Because he would go to a competitor.
um, um, it's kind of hard.
It
That's
is.
kind of hard. 'Cause a lot of those quarterbacks that need a lot of those teams that need quarterbacks, they're not really in like title contention like fashion. You know what I mean? They're more like still
Mhm.
rebuilding stuff like the Jets, like
Say
um
maybe the Falcons.
Falcons is seem pretty good. I mean, you got yeah. I mean, you got Joe Burrow and John Robinson and that other wide receiver that these days got what's his name? The Falcons.
You talking about Drake London or
Yeah, Drake London. You had him with Jamar Chase. They can
and
definitely
they
make
got
some
Kyle
noise.
Pitts.
Oh damn, I forgot. Yeah, they definitely can make some
Yeah,
noise. They definitely can make some noise. Uh,
yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of teams out there that Joe Burrow
yeah,
could make better.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If Sam Darnold wound up leaving, he could go to the Seahawks.
Yeah,
You got JJ, you got JJ and Chase. You got Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? And they got a good defense. Oh yeah, they definitely can compete.
hmm
Oh yeah, you're right. But you know, um, right now Joe Burrow is doing great in training camp, and I just hope that the Cincinnati Bengals do right by him. Um, you know what I mean? And I can't wait for what he's about to, display on the field. Because we definitely missed him the whole entire year. So, uh, I'm excited and looking forward to what Joe Burrow got in store for. What is this year 9 for him?
hmm
Yeah, lucky 9 because he already got the number 9. So lucky 9 today year. You know, hopefully it'll be probably Joe
yeah.
Burrow and Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. That'd be nice. But let us know how you feel about Joe Burrow and his situation, and let us know how you feel about him and the Cincinnati. What do you think? How far that Joe Burrow will take Cincinnati? Let us know in the comments below. Like you already know, comments below, likes up. We thank y'all for tuning in. And the next topic, we're going to dive into the next topic, and the next topic is uh, Deion Sanders. Wait, was it Deion Sanders? Yeah, Deion Sanders. So
I don't know.
Deion
Can you get the picture?
Sanders, you got to follow that son handshake though. You have to follow that son bond hand, so you're all right. It's close enough, and that'll do. But yeah, so yeah, Dion and came to the facility to see his son Shador play. Well, in training camp. Uh, in your opinion, bro, do you believe this is something or this is nothing?
I think it's nothing. I feel like a lot of people might be blowing it up because it's Dion, but what does Dion showing up mean? It does nothing. It does nothing for Shador besides Shador having support.
Support,
I
right?
mean, if Dion played such a pivotal role, then Shador would have been drafted number one, not number one, but in the first round. He wouldn't have fallen to the fifth round if Dion played such a pivotal role. So if Dion didn't matter enough for teams to pick Shador, why is Dion showing up to practices going to make coaches be like, oh yeah, we need to treat Shador differently? I don't think Dion does anything besides just as a legend in the building. That's it. There is nothing. There's nothing more. There's nothing else. It's a legend in the building and a father trying to support his son. That's it. Ain't it's nothing. You can make it something bigger than this. Say that Dion's there to try to get Shador to start in position, but realistically, Shador has been outperforming Deshaun Watson this whole training camp, even before Dion showed up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that take would be a stretch to me. Um, I think Shador's been working hard. I mean, Dion didn't show up a lot the whole last season, if I'm not mistaken. His whole rookie season,
Yeah,
Dion didn't really show up.
it was like towards the end.
So
Towards the end, he started coming. Yeah,
he, yeah, he showed up towards the end, and Shador told him not to show up. Shador told him he didn't want him to show up until he got into a position where he wanted to be seen. Shador didn't want to be seen on the bench, so he told Dion not to come. So now Shador is actually
he
having a
respects
chance
that.
to. Yeah, now he got a chance to actually fight and be a starter. So now, of course, he might be telling us that to come. I mean, that's the perks of being having a father that's a legend. You feel me? So
Yeah,
of course,
yeah,
everybody's family can't be at the practices. But in some, I don't know how the Browns are, but I know certain teams allow fans to be at the training camps. You feel me? So I don't know if the Browns is one of the teams that allow fans to be there, but either way, Dion gets the perks because he's a legend. So they're gonna let him inside the building.
He go any building. He go to any building,
Yeah,
brother.
any building in the league, whether Shador there or not, he can get in.
Hmm. Um, I think there's somewhat nothing. Um, I was gonna lean towards nothing. So I'm gonna say somewhat nothing, somewhat something. I'm in kind of like in the
Mm.
middle boil a little bit. Uh, Let me tell you why I feel like it's something. Um, because I mean, you basically said the nothing part, so I mean, you kind of explained that hands down. But you said it hands down. But I'm gonna say why it's kind of a little bit something because Dion. I know Dion is heart of hearts. Know that 9 times out of 10, when this training camp is over, Dion is going to be the starter quarterback. But I feel like I feel like it's just inevitable right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that it's a bit. I feel like it's a benefit towards Shador because he used to be his coach, so he knows what he likes, he loves, he knows what he dislikes. He knows what needs you need to do to push him and stuff like that. And so maybe I feel like that Dion knows a lot. I mean, obviously it's his son, but he knows a lot more than what the Cleveland Browns know. And on top of all that, they have a brand new coach. You get what I'm saying? So it's like the coach is still trying to figure out everybody and everybody, like who they are as a person, who they are as a player, and stuff like that. So I feel like the bond between Dion and the coach is definitely important. Like, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to Dion, because I mean Shador, because um Shador is 9 out of 10 is might probably possibly going to be the starter, and so you need to give him ways to you need to put him in a position to succeed. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that Dion was just basically, even though that he was there for his son, I did see him seeing footage of him talking to the coach for a while. So and like coaches and stuff like that. So I mean, I feel like there's nothing wrong with a father talking to the coach, especially if a new coach. You know, giving a little bit of input of what you getting ready to get in of your own quarterback. I feel like that's nothing wrong with it. But I do feel like it's also important because you know, because they just getting started. The coach and then and Shador just getting started. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with, explaining or showing uh some tricks or some not tricks, but you know what I mean, like some information that the new coach don't know that Dion does know, and so that's probably why I say it'd be somewhat something. But other than that, no, I feel like that overall in general, I do believe that he was just trying to be there for his son. He wanted to see his son work out. He wanted to see his son doing his thing. And I think he was just being a supportive and everything like that. But yeah, that's how I feel like that's kind of like somewhat something. But I think overall in
Yeah,
general, uh,
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that take. If Dion is there giving input on what the coaches should do, then he shouldn't be there.
no, no, not giving what the coaches should do. I'm not saying that.
No,
Not the
I'm t-
coaches do.
are telling if he's telling the coaches what Shador likes and how to put him in the best position, that he shouldn't be in the facility because at that point he's no longer a father. At that point, if he's doing that now, he's a coach. He's not a father trying to see his son. He's a coach trying to put his player in the best position. I,
All
I
right. So
don't
what
I don't think
happened?
Dion. Go. What was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say. So what happened if the coach asked Dion about like that type of like?
That's different. That's different.
Okay.
If the coach asks, that's different. But Dion should never go to a practice for his son and then go to the coach and tell the coach how to make Shador look good. Because at the end of the day, Shador didn't win the position yet. Whether we think he's gonna win or not, he didn't win yet. So if he's telling the coach how Shador should win or how Shador should be put in the best position, it's like telling Deshaun Watson it's not competing. You feel me? It's like I can understand if Deshaun, I mean not Deshaun, if Shador was already the starting quarterback, like they already announced it, and you wanted to give like some advice, but only if the coach asks for it, then that's cool. But you can't go into another man's team if you're not a coach and do that, no matter how strong the bond is. Now he could go to Shador and tell Shador what he should do differently and what he sees, and tell him to ask the coach to put some plays in like that. But he can't do it himself.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Low key. I mean, I understand. I get what you're coming from with that point of view. I just, I feel like, I mean, I feel like ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, like to me, I don't feel like ain't nothing wrong with that because I mean, he is a first starter. I mean, at first, they got a brand new coach, and so it's like, they just getting you. Now, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's not bad because Dion knowing them like from coach to coach. Like if you talk not talk to them as a father, but like coach to coach. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's no issue with that. I don't know. I didn't. I,
Now I
like
know where I
you know
see
what
where
I'm
you coming
saying?
from, but my whole thing is if that's the case, every coach in college football should be going to NFL practices telling coaches how to coach their player.
Well, we're not
You
telling
feel
them
me?
how to, but they
It
telling
is.
them like what type of player that you get.
But he already know what type of player he getting. If he didn't know what type of player he was getting, he wouldn't
I
accepted
don't
the
think
job.
so.
He wouldn't accepted the job if he didn't.
I don't know about that. I think he's still learning the Shador.
Yeah,
He
bro.
just
But
he just started.
that's what he needs to do though, bro. In order to put Shador in the best position, he needs to learn them. You don't like we was talking before, bro. You don't take shortcuts. You feel
No,
me?
you
That's
don't.
that's that's a shortcut. That's asking Dion what's best for Shador is taking a shortcut. Learn your player. Learn your player. See what you like. Actually talk to Shador. Shador is a grown man. Shador can talk for himself. Feel me? Shador don't need daddy no more. He don't need daddy to fucking to my fault. I almost cursed. He don't need his father to he don't need his father to put him in the right direction no more.
Sean got to do his ghetto language already.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
Greg said, "What if Cleveland thinks Shador will be a distraction like Johnny Manziel?" I mean, I don't think he'll be a distraction. It's kind of hard because I see where you're coming from. Even if Shador is a distraction, Shador is also bringing a lot of attention to Cleveland. He's bringing a lot of stars to Cleveland. Same way he did the Colorado. Ain't nobody talk about Colorado until Dion, Shador, and Travis got there. But now Colorado,
You're lying.
even without Shador no being there, people still tune in to Colorado to see what's happening because they made
I ain't
Colorado
gonna
a
lie to you.
household name.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep old man with you, bro. Before I even heard about that stuff, I didn't know Colorado was even a team. No cap. No cap.
That's what, man. I was
It's
saying
like
so the whole
Colorado football
distraction,
team.
the
I'm
whole
like, what?
distraction. I think Cleveland benefits from the whole distraction. I mean the whole this it's all
Y'all
promotional
trying.
things. It's all promotional things. I think the whole team has bought into Shador. So I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be a distraction. And then Johnny Manziel was a top pick. Shador was the fifth overall pick, so it's like it's a little bit different.
Yeah. I mean, everybody should. I mean, one could argue that Shador should have been one of the people that got out of the first round.
Yeah, he should have. But I think being like Johnny Manziel going being a top pick, some people is not humble. You know, if you a star and you feel like you him, you Carlos. If you feel like you him, you get
Well,
drafted in a top pick. You that distraction actually becomes like a distraction. I think him being the fifth overall pick, him not starting his rookie season, like it really
mm,
humbled him. It not saying that he wasn't already humble, but I think that really humbles a player who thinks that he's better than what he experienced.
yeah, yeah, I feel you on that. I give you on that. Uh, yeah, but let us know how you feel about Deion Sanders going to the practice facility to see his
Was
son
you
Shador. He
I
fought,
would say, brother?
huh?
Was you gonna ask the second part to the question? If you thought he was gonna be a coach in the
Oh,
NFL?
oh yeah, 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 that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Do you feel like that he, somehow, some way, at some point in time, he gonna wind up coaching an NFL team?
No, I don't think
No.
Dion. Yeah, I don't see Dion coaching men. Like I think certain people can only coach children. And not saying that Dion can't coach men, but I don't think men's person like the personalities that go alongside that's coaching like NFL players, the pride, the egos, that's not for him. I mean, you can see it the way he coaches on college about him telling people to go to class and everything being structured and the discipline. People in the NFL don't want to hear none of that discipline talk. And the Eagles and pride is going to eventually get to him, and he's not going to like it. So I think he's going to stay in college.
I think so too. But the idea is not that bad. You know what I mean? I mean, I think me personally, I would love to see Dion coaching the NFL league in level. I feel like that he has the proven track record to show to be the top one of the top head coaches. You know what I mean? Um, just by his resume already, it shows that just his resume in general that he can, get any job, any team job in the NFL. It's just probably not his desire, or that's probably not where his heart is at. You know what I mean? But I mean, that definitely would be intriguing. I would love to see him in a coaching an NFL team, but yeah, 9 out of 10, and probably not 10 times out of 10, it probably won't happen. But I mean, I would love to
Yeah,
see it. Me personally, I think
probably
that. I
won't.
think.
And
I think. It would be, but
what his resume at Colorado is not really good.
I mean,
He
well, I'll say in general, like or overall, like not just in Colorado, what he did in South in Jackson State and stuff like that. So I mean, you look at Dion, you know that he ain't a bad coach.
no, he's not.
You know
But
that.
I'm saying but you mentioned resumes. When you mention resumes, it's a lot of college coaches that has a better resume than Dion.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
should
Oh,
be
absolutely. Hands
that should be
down.
elevated.
Hands down.
That should be elevated. That's my only thing. If Dion was to become a coach in the NFL, I don't think he should be a head coach. I think he should be a position coach. I don't think he would want the role of a head coach.
Mm, that's interesting right there. That's interesting right there. I mean, I feel like because of who he is, you know what I mean. It will definitely bring like a lot of intrigue and you know what I mean. It would be like, man, you Dion, why you an offensive coordinator? I mean, that don't look right. It don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, it's Deion Sanders and he's an assistant coach. What the hell?
I mean, but
You supposed to be a head coach,
eh,
homie.
yeah, but Dion is. If Dion was a head coach, he would be in the same position as Nick Sirianni because Dion doesn't call defenses or offenses.
Yeah, he's more like a motivator and all that, like a he's more like a motivator type coach. Every time I see
Yeah,
Nick
he's a
Sirianni,
motivator.
he's always talking about yeah,
Yeah. So and I told you like he don't like dealing with players in the NFL. He already said it. He already said he couldn't see himself coaching NFL players. He finds more joy in coaching children and getting them to the NFL rather than
that's
them
fine.
being in the NFL.
Hey, I mean, look, that's what's heart desire. That's heart desire. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it ain't hurt the dream though. Ain't hurt to imagine or fantasize it. But you know, well, let us know how you feel about Dion and that whole entire situation. A little topic, about him. Seeing his son, and then also, do you feel like later on down the road, do you see Dion as a head coach in the NFL? Let us know how you feel about that. Um, that being said, we have another topic to discuss, right? We have another topic to discuss.
Yeah.
And what was the topic, brother? My iPod, yeah, died.
Um.
So
Now,
that's
a
right.
player had got traded. I'm not traded, but a player got signed. Jadavion Clowney got signed by
Yeah.
the Houston Texans. So, what do you think the impact of this move is going to be for the Houston Texans?
Um, I think the impact is still going to be them dominant as a defense. Do feel like that this is something? I mean, yeah. I mean, you got Clowney. He started off as a Houston Texan. He thrived in Houston. You know what I mean? And his time there in the first time. Um, he's a veteran. I think that this is actually good for the defense alone, because of the veteran presence that he has. You talking about Clowney been in the league for what, like almost what, like 13 years, 13 years, right? Like 13, 12, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a little minute.
Yeah, it's been a little minute. Um, and you're talking about a team where it's just young guys for real, for real. It's a young, athletic, generational team, the defense. And so a guy like Jay Clowney will come in and will bring that veteran presence and that wisdom to the young guys like for like Will Anderson Jr. and all them other guys that's like that plays his position, stuff like that. I think that they will benefit a lot. They will learn a lot. I think that's going to be a really good intrigue. I think when you look at it from a veteran perspective, it was a great move. It was a great move. Um, I mean, if you look at the team perspective, I mean, it wasn't a bad move. I feel like it was a cool move. It was okay move. But the only reason why I say okay is because Clowney kind of old. So I mean, like, I'm not saying that he can't produce or anything like that. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is that he's not the old Clowney that we seen the first go around in Houston. You feel what I'm saying? Do I feel like that? Do I feel like that? Can he bring that thing back? He can. You know what I mean? I feel like he can. You know what I mean? I do believe that these young guys that be around him will definitely will motivate him to to, I guess, perform at a high level. Do I feel like that he can do it consistently? No, but it's not bad. I feel like that this will actually help the defense, especially when they moving forward. You know, into the future. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I think veteran wise, this was very a good move, very good move. I think they needed this for the locker room, absolutely.
Yeah. I think team wise, this was a great move because number one, you're not asking Jadavion Clowney to come and be the man. Will Anderson is still there.
Right.
Like Greg said, the Nail Hunter, he's still there. So now it's a rotational piece. When Jadeveon Clowney is in the game, people are not focusing on him. People they're going to focus on Will Anderson. So Clowney is going to get a
Hmm.
lot of one-on-one matches, a lot of one-on-one matches, and also like Greg said, he led the Cowboys in sacks last year. So he's still producing. He can still play at a high level. So if he's not the main, if you're not focusing on him, I'm pretty sure he's going to still be able to put some numbers up.
Me
Also,
too. I believe
he's
that.
playing for D'Amico. D'Amico Ryans is a defensive guru. He's a defensive mastermind. He's gonna put him in the right
Yeah.
position. He's gonna put him in the right
Oh, no
position.
doubt.
It'll be times where you might see him, all three of them on the field at the same time, and he'll send them on a blitz at the linebacker position. So it's a lot of things that you can do with Jadeveon Clowney that I think Houston is going to benefit, especially because Houston is already a top defense. As you already a top defense, and you just adding more players that can produce. So
Hmm.
so it's a good move. I think they're going to benefit from it, and I think he going to see. I think he'll get at least 6 to 8 sacks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this Houston team is already a problem. The defense is already a problem. I think when you make that sign, like you just said, it can make it another problem. Especially, I truly believe that if C.J. Stroud go out and do what he can, do what he do. You know what I mean? They can definitely make some noise in the AFC. I mean, I feel like they already gonna make some noise in the AFC because of that defense. But I'm talking about like deep, deep noise. Like they facing against the Patriots, uh, Denver. Guys like that. So, um, you know, I definitely feel like that. Defensively, they already like miles and miles ahead versus the offense. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's all up to CJ Stroud whether he's going to perform at that level that we once saw in his rookie year, or it, it was just a fluke. You know what I'm saying? And so, I know they definitely improved the offensive line this year. I know the offensive line was pretty bad the past 2 years. So I mean that's good. That's definitely a positive. But we got to see it on the field. Do I feel all confidence in C.J. Stroud? No, not really. You know what I mean? Do I think he's a talented quarterback? Yeah, but he hasn't really shown to me that he can be that guy that he can, be one of the top quarterbacks in the AFC. I mean, when I saw him, in his rookie year, I'm like, oh God, this guy can really be one of the top faces in the AFC. But then he showed decline and all that. I gotta see, can he get back to that? So in my opinion, I think C.J. Stroud, this is a proven year for him. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's a proven year for him. And then on top of that, I think he's going to year four. I believe he's going to year four, right?
For CJ,
Yeah,
it's either 4 or 5. I don't know which one.
four. Right. Okay. So 9 times out of 10, he's going to be looking for a new contract, right? So you know, um, yeah. So I mean, nothing bad about C.J. Stroud. I just feel like that we need to see where is he ready the real deal. You know what I mean? But I mean, overall, in general, I think this move was definitely good and as a team perspective and all of that. But the number one question is C.J. Stroud all the time. It's going. When it comes down to it, it's going to be C.J. Stroud. Can he get it done? Like, say if they get a stop, right? They get a stop on third and what? Third and what? I guess like Patrick Mahomes or something like that in a playoff game, right? You know what I mean? On the first round or something like that, or second round. It'd be third and what? Third and 10. They stop Patrick Mahomes. Can you trust CJ? And it's like they got one timeout. They got like one timeout or two timeouts, depending on how you want to play, or one timeout or two timeouts with a minute and a minute and 5 seconds. Can you actually trust C.J. Stroud to make a game winning drive? In my opinion, no. Now, no. I don't have confidence that he can do that. Do I believe that the defense? I have confidence in the defense that they can stop anybody. Absolutely. But I don't know. We got to see that again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think CJ
Oh,
gonna have
he.
a good year.
I'm not. I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going to have a down year. I don't think he have a down. I just got to
No,
see it.
no,
That's all.
no. But I'm
I'm not
saying in
claiming
that
that.
scenario, you in that given scenario, I do. And this year, I think in this he's going to prove that.
All right, for example, all right, all right. Let's play a game real quick. In a game winning game, like a game winning game. I said game winning game. I said that like twice. In a game like that you need to win, and to have multiple drives, stuff like that. Last drive to win. Who you trust more, CJ or Patrick?
I mean, clearly Patrick.
CJ or Josh?
Clearly, see, I don't like this game though because you're just matching them up
Okay,
against the best quarterbacks
all
in
right, cool.
the. Yeah,
But that's what we once, but that's what we once saw on CJ Stroud. I thought he was going to be one of those type guys. No cap. But that's all right. I'm gonna keep it fair. I'm gonna keep it fair. All right, that's cool. I'm gonna leave him alone. All right, cool. Him and Matthew Stafford.
Anthony Stafford is a part of the elite.
How about Jalen Hurts?
I mean, I feel like that's a little bit more fair. I probably would say Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts knows how to manage more, but it's not crazy. Like I can see Jalen Hurts not winning
Okay.
the in a defense scenario too. Game on the line. I've seen Jalen Hurts fold as well. You feel me? But I'm gonna
Yeah, but
take
not in a
Hurts
playoff
over.
game.
We're not talking about. Not, maybe not in a playoff game.
If we come out the regular
Well,
game, then okay, I agree with you on that.
yeah, I'm talking about just in regular in general.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well then, how about all right, CJ and um
But I'm
Jared
saying
Goff.
Greg already said that he don't need to be a great this year. He just got to be average. So
See, that's the problem. And see, that's the problem. And see, no, that's the problem. He needs to be great. He's shown what he's capable of in his first year. So if you saying you basically minimizing his potential, if you claiming that he needs to be average. Now, I mean his the team that is assembled, like defensive wise, kind of take the pressure off CJ a little bit, like CJ Stroud to really like go and really be dominant. But at the same time, it's like yes and no because of the way that the AFC is like constructed. 'Cause at the end of the day, you got to put up points. You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean? You got to put up points. Say if Houston have a bad game. I mean, defense have a bad game. They're off a little bit. They're not in rhythm. They're not in tune. Can you trust C.J. Stroud to take them to the promised land? I mean, to put those type of numbers up so he can compete in that type of game. You feel me? Like what happened if Houston is not feeling it on the defensive side? Can you trust CJ to, you know, grab the baton and say, okay, all right, cool, I see this. Let's go ahead and get this W. You feel what I'm saying? CJ Stroud has not shown me that. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you said. I do say last year Nico Collins didn't play in the beginning of the season, so that was a big factor. So when thinking about this year, you got Nico Collins. He's healthy. Tank Dell seems like he's going to play a role this year. He seems to be healthy since coming back from that injury. I can't think of the
Mm-hmm.
other receivers they have on the team right now, but I know
Great to
they got
answer your
some other
question. I think he's
dudes.
there.
And then you got David Montgomery. And David Montgomery, from what I've been seeing, he's been balling in training camp. So it's like
Yeah,
I do think he's in a
they got
position
a
where
squad.
all he does is yeah, I was gonna say he's in a position where I feel like game managing could win the game. Oh
Oh, I
yeah, and Dalton
forgot Schultz.
Schultz.
They still got Schultz. That's right. I had him in my fantasy. He jacked me over. I ain't getting him this year. But, but yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
go ahead, though, bro.
being a game manager, being a game manager at this point, I think it would help. It would help lead to a victory if he can manage. If he can manage the game, he can lead to a victory. I feel like a lot of
Yeah,
what Jalen Hurts
but
did.
you just said the magic word. You just said the magic word. If. So that means you're not confident that he can do it.
No,
That
I
he can
mean
or
I'm
cannot
saying
do it, right?
if.
Yeah,
No,
if.
I actually am confident that he could do it.
I'm
To
gonna say
game
if
manage
because
now.
he
Now
hasn't really
say
shown it.
now if you
Well,
tell me
he
to
showed it. Go ahead, go ahead.
I'll say now if your question is do I think he can outscore the elite quarterbacks in the league, then I'll tell you no. But if you're telling me to manage the game, I do feel confident because of the defense. But you're putting it in
Okay,
a
I'll give you that.
situation,
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. So but you're putting it in a situation as if the defense is playing horrible, then no, I don't think that CJ Stroud is gonna win the game. But I can't see their defense being horrible or having a bad such a bad game that the game is out of reach.
It can happen though.
No,
It
no, it
can
can
happen.
happen. I said I don't see it happening, but if it was to happen, I don't see CJ Stroud winning that game.
So all right. So you see CJ Stroud. Okay, so basically to make a whole perspective. You're claiming that you see CJ Stroud as a game manager if the defense is playing at an elite level, so he can win that game. But you're saying that if
I
the
feel like yeah, but you gotta because when you think about CJ Stroud, bro, you gotta also remember where CJ Stroud came from. He came from Ohio State, where he was with all number one receivers. He had Marvin Harrison, he had the bull JSN, he had Emeka from Tampa Bay. He had all those receivers on one team. So when you come from teams like that with all those stars, either you're such a great quarterback or you're a game manager. And I think we've seen that CJ Stroud is a game manager. I think when he's shown us his rookie year that he can be great because he had a great rookie year.
right, yeah.
I think he's also a great manager. I'm confident in him being a game manager for sure.
So you're confident that he's a great that he can be a game manager. You're just not confident that when if if the Houston Texas defense have an off day, you're not like confident enough that he can grab the baton and finish the game, like put the game over his back. You're not confident he
Yeah,
can do that.
I don't I don't think he
Okay,
can be in a position like Joe Burrow where
like carry the
he
game
has
on
no
his back.
defense. Yeah, he's not Joe Burrow. I'm not going to ask
Oh no.
Andy. I'm not going to ask CJ Stroud to go put up 40 points. I don't think that's happening. Or 35. I don't think that's happening. Now, I will say if the game is within 7 points, I do think CJ Stroud can get a game tying drive. I do believe that for sure. But it's all about having the pieces around him. If you have the pieces around him, I see CJ Stroud being
I'll give you that. If you had the pieces, all right, I'll give you that. We met
yeah, if you have the
halfway.
pieces around.
uh,
Yeah, I said yeah, we on the same page. I'm on the same page as you.
yeah. So yeah, that's that's how we feel. Let's know about how you feel about Clowney's contract signing with the reuniting with Houston, Texas. Let's know how you feel. I know Greg. We know we see you how you feel. He said that's your team. So we don't mind tackling your team this today, but we had to talk to the facts. but uh that was all for today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was all for the topics for today or news for today in the NFL. We appreciate everybody for coming out and showing love
Oh yeah.
and
Hold on. My fault.
all the stuff. Oh, good, good.
Uh, I, I had seen earlier. Greg said that Jalen Hurts had no touchdowns in training camp. Today he had three. He had three
Yeah,
today.
he was cooking. Yeah, he was cooking today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I felt it in my spirit. I felt that Jalen was gonna have a great day today, and he did. Yeah, yeah. Fly was fly. Period.
Yeah, yeah, Manny. You been saying a lot of things. You also said AJ Brown was going to hurt himself, and now AJ Brown hurt his thumb. So yeah, brother. Yeah, you better be careful with all the things you saying.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I didn't even know that happened, bro. For real?
Yeah,
For real? Oh
but
crap! Hey.
it's not no serious injury though. But he did. I think he dislocated his thumb or something.
Oh dang! So he gonna be out for about a couple weeks or something, right?
Nah, nah, he good. It wasn't serious.
Oh, he good. Oh, okay, okay, cool. All right. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
we got guys. We gotta have Greg on here one day.
No, no cap. And no, he gonna come on the late shows. On the late shows when we have late shows, when we change our times and all that for the season. Oh yeah,
Mm.
he definitely gonna be on. No doubt about it. He definitely gonna be on. I definitely want him to be on when the Eagles play Houston, Texas. Oh yeah. I don't care how you feel about it as a fan, Craig. You coming on the show? Period. All right. Bring your little tears, or you get a little mad. It's all right. It's all right. We together. As brothers. It's all right. You still gonna show up and be on the live and on the show and everything. But yeah, we appreciate everybody that came out and showing love and make sure you always subscribe. He said I'm there. I know that's right, bro. Real talk. But
Mm.
thank y'all for being there. We're gonna be back here Wednesday, same place, same time. I mean it was a little bit late, a little bit today, but we're
Mm.
here. Period. We do got to improve on the time though a little bit. But I mean it's gonna get better because the season's about to start literally in over like literally in a month. So our times is going to be different.
Ah,
But
brother,
we're
The season starts now. First game is Thursday.
well, I mean we're so we're gonna change our times during the preseason.
No, no, but you said the season. I'm just letting you know the season is down. NFL season starts
Well,
Thursday,
yeah,
too.
yeah,
I just let you know.
yeah, yeah. It's this Thursday. You watching it?
I might. I mean, I don't really care to see Kenny Pickett, but I might tune in a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta see the former champion on our squad that game. When we got that championship against Patrick, I showed Kenny some love. You ain't gotta watch the whole game. Well, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna watch a good amount. See
Yeah,
see if probably I want to see if they want to let Marvin Harrison play. Marvin Harrison actually been starting to catch passes now, so
I
I've seen
saw it.
some passes
I
he been.
saw it.
Yeah,
I think he heard what we said. I think he heard what he
yeah.
said. Cause I definitely, yeah, yeah. So just listen to us, man. We speaking the truth. You know what I mean? We just want you to thrive. That's all. You know what I mean? But we appreciate all y'all that came out. And make sure y'all continue to share this and like this and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Make sure you press that subscribe button on our channel. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Yeah, that being said, this is your boy Manny. Manny.
It's your boy Sean.
And this is What's the Word Sports Podcast. We appreciate all of y'all. Take care, y'all. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Be safe.
Yes, sir.